Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you, and it is Thursday, October the 24th. And it is time to do a recap. If you've been wondering where my recap was for yesterday, I didn't do a recap because I didn't take a trade. Yesterday, honestly, it was one of those days where I just didn't feel right about, I just felt off. Let me just scroll back. Obviously, yesterday we had a massive sell off, and I don't know. I missed a couple setups, and then I felt like I was chasing, and I just like looking at it in hindsight. It's crazy because there were some really good setups. And you look at it in hindsight, and you're like, man, I should have made a killing on this day. But I'm telling you, it's not that easy when it's happening in real time. And I kind of talked myself out of it. Took a couple trades that I didn't take a couple setups, and I was starting to get a little frustrated. And I feel like when I start doing that, then usually things don't go well. So I just shut down my trading yesterday. I'm okay with it. Obviously, I do feel like I missed some setups, but it is what it is. Now, going on to today. So we had a pretty big move in the overnight session. And then this morning, we just had this crazy price action. Very choppy. We were just chopping in this 40-point range or 50-point range for well over 2 hours. And then we broke down lower and just, this is ugly price action for me. Wasn't interested. But then we did finally break higher. We broke above the VWAP. And we bounced off VWAP, had a nice move higher here. Now, I feel like this was a very questionable trade. Obviously, it worked out. So it worked out, but it was also a questionable trade. Trading right here at the highs, right into resistance. So there was, I could see where it was a little bit of a questionable entry. I was kind of on the fence about it, and I decided I'm going to pull the trigger. And we did have a nice trade. We'll take it. And there might be more setups today, but I'm going to call it a day, lock in a little bit of green day, and be happy with it. So that does it. And then also, I do want to take this time, and I want to do a special shout out to Patrick WIELAND. I know in the past we've had our differences, as you guys well know. He donated $800 like a year ago, and then he refunded it, whatever. So we've been giving Patrick a hard time for that for almost a year now. And I want to give credit where it's due. This morning he came into stream, and of course we were giving him a hard time about it. And but he manned up and then some. He donated close to, I think it was $450. No, he donated $500 to the stream. But then I guess that was the max. But then he really blew my socks off, and he donated $5,000 to my PayPal account, which is crazy. And that's real money. That is real money. And I wanted to do this. Yeah, do a shout out, give due where it's due. And thank you, Patrick. I do appreciate it. I'll put it to good use. We had a pretty epic duck race today with it, and probably plan to do many more duck races with those funds. So yeah, special shout out. Thank you, Patrick. I do appreciate it. And hopefully it'll be, we will never mention the $800 again. I can say that, at least that much. So anyway, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. I do appreciate every one of you. Take care, and God bless.